Spence, and I'll be demoing the Caltrep 2.0 enhancements. Here I'll be demoing the workload balancing option when creating a survey. So workload balancing is a visual tool that allows for surveys to be split up into different weeks. For example, we could have a county that services Jackson traps every second week, but perhaps wants to service McPhail traps every week. So to start off, we will create our survey. So I'll hit Manage Surveys up in the Survey tab here, click Create Survey. I'll select the area we wish to use. I'll just select the whole county, hit Next. Select the survey set, which has already been created. It's named Workload Demo. We don't have any surveys created for it yet. I'll hit Next, and then here's the usual Create Survey options. So I'll select a pest, Japanese beetle. I'll call this JB. So to enable workload balancing on the survey, we need to check this checkbox, which is labeled Enable Workload Balancing. And then once done, the options for workload balancing will be displayed to the user in a dropdown. So in this case, we have 2, 3, or 4 weeks. I'll select 3 weeks, and I'll hit the Create button. So I'm going to repeat the process again, and that's just to demonstrate that, say, if I select another pest and hit Enable Workload Balancing, we only have the option for 3 weeks, and that's because you only can have one interval selected for each survey set. But this means that when we're creating our route, we can break it up into sections for weeks 1, 2, and 3 if we selected 3 weeks. If you select 4, you'd have 4-week options as well. Or if you just select 2, you'd only have 1 and 2. So I'll hit Cancel. And then for the next step, we'll need to create a route. So I'll hit Manage Routes, hit Create Route. I will name this Workload Demo. I'll select the station, which will be countywide, and then I'll select the survey set, which is the workload demo. I'll select some places on the map here. I'll just keep them all in book 1 for simplicity. And then to configure the workload balancing, you'd hit Configure Workload Balancing below here. And then as you can see, we have an unassigned grid section here, which has 4 different options for each of the 4 grids that I've selected. And you have a few different options for assigning weeks to the grids. You could either select the button here and then just click on the grids on the map, and it'll shuffle them into the containers for week 1, because I selected the week 1 button here. But you could also select the grid from the unassigned grids and then just hit Add, and then you'll see that this grid was added to the week 2 section, and then I'll add this one to the week 3. Once the route is configured to my liking, I'll then hit Save. And then in the next video, we'll go over taking the route offline, and then just to demonstrate the visual changes when you take the route offline to show what route you should be or what area you should be working in. All right, thank you.